everyone, this is Karen.
Welcome back, everybody. I am Shane.
Today we're looking at part 2 of our story called The 3 Questions. And the vocabulary words are exhausted.
Exhausted.
Wendy was so exhausted after work that she fell asleep on the bus.
Awake.
Awake.
Adam awoke to the sound of his phone ringing. Yeah, so annoying.
Converse.
Converse.
Your task is to converse with me in English for at least 15 minutes.
I don't want to.
Come on.
Faithfully.
Faithfully.
The soldier received an award for faithfully serving her country for many years.
Afterwards.
Afterwards.
I'm going to the gym. Afterwards, I will stop by the market to get some fruit. I am so healthy.
You are so healthy.
Okay, so we're talking about our important story, the important 3 questions.
Right, so we're at the point right now where there's a very unhealthy man who's just wounded, right?
You're right. Mm-hmm.
And the king sees that he's there and he has to help him, right? Or he decides to help the wounded man.
That's right.
And he lays the wounded man down to sleep, right? And when he wakes up,
I think he kind of talked to the wounded man. It's like, are you okay? What happened?
Yeah.
And then guess what the wounded man said?
I was going to kill you, actually.
Yes, and then he was wounded by the bodyguards.
That's right.
But now the king saves his life, so he feels, I'm so sorry.
Right. And the king forgives him.
That's right.
Okay, so now he asked the hermit these 3 questions again. So I want to know the 3 questions. What are his answers?
After all this had happened, and then the hermit started talking. So you remember the 3 important questions?
Yes.
When is the good time to act?
Right.
Right? So what does the hermit say?
Well, he says the good time. So let's take, for example, for the hermit. For the hermit, the right time to act was when he saw the hermit.
That's right.
The most important person at that moment
was the hermit.
And the most important thing to do was to
be kind to the hermit.
Help the hermit.
That's right.
Right? So, do you get the idea of what the most important things are to do?
I think so. I think so.
All right, if you don't know, read on and find out.
That's right. This is a good story.
Yeah.
I like it. Enjoy.
The 3 questions.
After treating the man's wound, the king laid him on the hermit's bed to rest. The king was exhausted and fell asleep as well. When he awoke, he conversed with the man, who said that he had wanted to kill the king, but was wounded by his bodyguards. He asked for forgiveness and promised to serve the king faithfully.
Today's lesson is called The 3 Questions. Part 2. Hi everyone, my name is Jeff.
And I'm Mike. And we're looking at the 3 questions that a wise king wants to have answered. He can't find anyone around him who has the answers and the knowledge and the wisdom he's looking for, so he went out into the woods to find a hermit. But a hermit who would only speak with ordinary people, not fancy people like the king. So the king disguised himself as a normal person.
He's thinking, hey, this hermit, he's a wise guy. He'll be able to answer these 3 questions. And then once he does, I'll be able to succeed in whatever I do. Only problem is, when he shows up disguised at the hermit's place, the hermit is old and frail and digging holes. Now the hermit won't talk to him. He keeps digging. Then at some point the king starts helping him dig. The hermit still says nothing. And then someone showed up and fainted.
That's
the person was injured and they fainted. That was the end of the first part of our story. Now, after treating the man's wound, the king laid him on the hermit's bed to rest. So apparently the king sprung into action and tried to help this man out. And after treating the man's wounds, his injuries, the king put him to bed in the hermit's bed.
Oh, well, that's nice. That's very helpful. And it says the king was exhausted and fell asleep as well. Yeah, it's been a busy day for the king. He's traveled from his castle. He's disguised himself. He's been digging holes. and now they were taking care of this wounded man. So, of course, the king was very, very tired. After his long day, he was exhausted. If you're exhausted, it's an adjective and it just means very tired, no energy. You gotta sit down, take a break, take a nap, go to sleep, drink some water, and just rest because you are empty of energy. For example, Wendy was so exhausted after work that she fell asleep on the bus. Wow, that is tired.
She was tired.
I hope she wakes up before her stop.
By the way, next, the king is going to wake up. Okay, it says, when he awoke, he conversed with the man who said that he had wanted to kill the king, but was wounded by his bodyguards. Remember, the king ditched his bodyguards before because he wanted to talk to the hermit. Here we have the verb awake to talk about. We said when the king awoke, i.e., when he woke up. Before he was sleeping, now he is no longer sleeping because he woke up or because he awoke. For example, Adam awoke to the sound of his phone ringing.
So he woke up, or he was woken by his phone. All right, so when he woke up, the king, he conversed with the man. This would be that wounded man who they took care of. That's good that we know now the man has recovered sufficiently that he can converse with other people. This is just a fancy word to say he can talk. So when he woke up, he talked with the man. To converse, to talk. You might know this noun, a conversation. If you have a conversation with someone, you talk with them, either face to face or maybe over the phone. But that verb to talk to someone is to converse. For example, your task is to converse with me in English for at least 15 minutes.
No sweat. I can do that.
I'm sure you can. This might be part of an English test.
I'm joking.
All right. Anyway, so he conversed with the man. And what did the man say? We read the man who said that he had wanted to kill the king, but was wounded by his bodyguards.
There you go. The king is
shocking.
The king is talking to an assassin.
Right.
This person had tried to kill the king, but luckily the king's bodyguards were there to save him. Now next, he kind of comes clean to the king. He asked for forgiveness and promised to serve the king faithfully, which is pretty good. Anyways, here we have the adverb faithfully. Here the adverb faithfully means loyally, without wavering. So if you're going to serve the king faithfully, you are going to be loyal to the king and follow the king for the rest of your life, for the most part, without betraying the king ever. For example, the soldier received an award for faithfully serving her country for many years. That's nice.
That is nice. Yeah.
Anyways, folks, with that, it's time for us to take a break. But don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。我们在第一天的课文读到，故事里面的国王到森林里面找一位睿智的隐士，他希望可以问到3个问题的答案。他有帮这一位年迈衰弱的隐士挖洞挖了好几个小时，对方都没有给他答案。那后来突然有一位受伤的男子朝着小屋跑过来，还在他们面前昏倒了。那么治疗完这名男子的伤势之后，国王就把他安置在隐士的床上面休息。他自己也累坏了，于是就睡着了。当国王醒来之后，他跟那名男子交谈。男子说，他本来是要来杀国王的，只是被国王的侍卫所伤。他就请求原谅，还承诺他会忠心的效忠国王。原来这一名男子他是一个刺客。我们顺便学一下 assassin 这个字。A-S-S-A-S-S-I-N assassin 就表示杀手、刺客。好，这边还有4个单字 exhausted 它是形容词，形容精疲力尽的或是很疲惫的。awake 它是动词，表示醒来、唤醒，意思就跟 wake up 一样。converse 它是动词，表示跟某人说话、交谈。我们常常用 converse with somebody 来表达跟某个人交谈。好，再看 faithfully 它是副词，表示忠实地、忠诚地，意思就跟 loyally 差不多。loyally 它是拼作 L-O-Y-A-L-L-Y， 这个字就表示忠心耿耿地或是忠诚地。 好，我们知道忠诚是不可能会随便动摇，不会任意出卖人的。Jeff 老师刚刚用到2个动词可以学起来，第一个叫 waver，W-A-V-E-R，waver 表示摇摆、动摇或是犹豫不决。还有 betray，betray 它是拼作 B-E-T-R-A-Y， 这个字表示背叛、出卖或是对什么什么不忠。接回到课文中。
The three questions.
Afterwards, the king went outside and repeated his questions to the hermit once more. The hermit replied,
If you had not helped me dig earlier, you would have left and been killed by the man. So the most important man back then was me, and the most important time was when you were digging. The most important thing to do was to be kind to me. When the wounded man arrived, he was the most important person, and saving him was the most important thing. By doing so, you made peace with an enemy.
So apparently the cat is out of the bag. Okay, someone in this area now knows that it's the king who was there trying to talk to the hermit. Yes, the assassin, or the once assassin, now knows that the person in ordinary clothes there is actually the king.
Interesting. All right, so now the king knows this. Let's see what he does. And some time passes. We know that because the next sentence begins, afterwards, the king went outside and repeated his questions to the hermit once more. Oh, these are the three big important questions he wants the hermit's advice on. All right, so this happens after the conversation with this assassin, with this man. After or afterwards. These are adverbs we use often when telling a story to show that one thing happened before another thing happened, right? So you woke up and then afterwards you went to eat breakfast or something like that, showing that the waking up was first, getting breakfast was second. Afterwards says it happened after that first event. For example, I'm going to the gym. Afterwards, I will stop by the market to get some fruit. I'm not going to the gym to jog with my pineapples. That would be weird.
That would
and
be
bad for your pineapples,
That would
probably.
be very, very weird. Anyways, so the king, he asks the hermit once again, hey, what are the answers to my questions? Now, the hermit replied, if you had not helped me dig earlier, you would have left and been killed by the man.
True.
So, the most important man back then was me. And the most important time was when you were digging. And the most important thing to do was to be kind to me.
Ah, at that time, yes, that was true, right? Because the hermit was digging, that made the king stop. The digging made him avoid the assassin. And then, you know, taking care of things afterwards was... you're confused. Why do you look so confused?
Well, I'm trying to figure this out. The king wants to be successful forever. He
Yes.
thinks that by answering these questions, he'll be successful forever.
Right.
But the hermit just did so, but he's not successful. I guess, though, that being not dead is pretty good.
Exactly.
That's kind of like being successful.
That was the most important thing at that time, avoiding the assassin's knife or whatever. But then, of course, as the time changes, the most important things will also change.
So there aren't just 3 questions and 3 answers.
There are 3 questions,
questions
and different answers.
At different times.
It's very situationist, to use a fancy word.
Interesting.
It changes according to the situation. Let's look at another example.
Yeah. There you go. When the wounded man arrived, he was the most important person, and saving him was the most important thing. So by doing so, you made peace with an enemy.
And that was a good thing at that time.
That's kind of successful too. Not dying and then making peace with an enemy.
There you go.
I think it's starting to make sense. Yeah, these questions. Sure, there are the 3 questions. But are there 3 answers? Are they written in stone? No. Okay, these things change over time. They're very situational, to use that fancy word. Anyways, folks, with that, it's time for us to take a short break. But don't go away. When we come back, we'll be wrapping up our lesson.
刚刚说到那名男子，他本来是要来杀国王，那后来又请求国王原谅，他说他承诺会忠心的效忠国王。可是话说回来，这样一来，这个刺客杀手不就揭露国王身份了吗？那隐士不就知道他面前这一位不是平民，而是国王？好，刚刚 Jeff 老师说 The cat's out of the bag， 猫咪跑出袋子了，什么意思呢？它就是指秘密泄露了，它是来自谚语 Let the cat out of the bag， 让猫咪跑出袋子。那这个用语是表达说溜嘴、泄露秘密。好，既然国王的身份被揭穿了，他又再度向隐士问那3个问题，隐士就回答说，如果先前国王没有帮他挖洞，他早就已经离开，被那名男子杀死了。所以当时对国王来说，最重要的人是那一位隐士，最重要的时间是挖洞的时候，那最重要该做的事就是对隐士仁慈。好，接下来那名受伤男子来了，那么当下最重要的人就是那名男子，拯救他就是最重要的事。好，因为这样一来呢，国王就跟他的敌人和解了。所以其实随着不同的时间点，最重要的人还有该做的事情都会随情况而不同。好，那我们来看一个单字是 afterwards。afterwards 它是副词，表示之后、后来。而文中用到 make peace with somebody 就表示和某人和解。介华课文中
The 3 questions.
The king finally had his 3 answers. The most important time is the present, as it's the only time we have the power to act. The most important person is the one you are with, and the most important thing is to always do good to that person.
So there you have it, folks. Before the break, the hermit finally spoke and answered the king's questions. Twice, he gave 2 sets of answers for these questions based on 2 different times. So yes, the king finally had his 3 answers. Well, not like he wanted them, but he did get his questions answered.
That's right. It says the king finally had his 3 answers. The most important time is the present. That's the most important time now, the present, as it's the only time we have the power to act. That's a good point. You can't change things in the future or change things in the past. You can only act in the now, in the present. What about the most important person? The most important person is the one you are with, at least right now. And the most important thing is to always do good to that person.
By the way, those answers are maddeningly general, okay?
They're fairly vague.
They're pretty vague, okay? Remember, based on the situation, that person is going to change, how you do right by them is going to change, and, well, the present is constantly changing. In fact, now is now in the past, and I can't act then. I can only act now. And I think a good thing to do right now is to ask and then answer the what question.
I think
question number 4.
This will be
the 4th question.
It will be an easier question to answer. All right. Well, actually, there's 2 questions here. Do you agree with the hermit's answers? That's question 4. Why or why not? That would be question 5.
Which is also maddeningly vague.
Yeah, well,
why or why not?
Just say because. Yeah.
Anyways, do I agree with the hermit's answers? I think his answers are correct because, well, the king didn't die and he did make peace with his enemy. So the hermit knew what was going on. Does that mean that the answers are specific and they'll help you to succeed and make huge amounts of money in the future moving forward? No, the answers are still way too general and vague.
That's very true. And also, if the most important person is the one you're with, what if you're with 2 people?
What if you're on a bus filled with strangers?
Oh my God, who do you choose?
Exactly.
You need the wisdom of a disguised king.
Or a hermit who will only talk if you dug holes for him.
Maybe it's the digging holes. Maybe we should dig more holes.
How can we dig holes on buses, though?
Another good question. That's question 6.
Anyways, folks, with that, it's time for us to end our lesson and to say bye-bye.
Be careful out there.
故事最后提到，国王终于得到他3个答案了。最重要的时刻就是当下，因为这一刻就是我们唯一有能力行动的时刻。过去的事情改不了， 未来的事情也没有办法掌控，所以当下才是最重要的。而最重要的人就是当下跟你在一起的人。那最重要该做的事就是对那一个人好。文中用到 do good 就表示行善或是做好事，我们后面可以接 to somebody 来表示你要对他好的这个对象。好，那么以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。大家好，我是 Hanny， 欢迎收看我们的文法单元。今天要介绍文法重点有2个，第一个是 lay 跟 lie 的比较。第二个是与过去事实相反的假设句。好，我们先来学 lay 跟 lie 的比较。首先 lay 它是及物动词，表示把什么放下。它的动词三态是 lay, laid, laid。那现在分词是 laying。例如 She laid the magazine down on the coffee table。她把杂志放在咖啡桌上。好，那至于 lie 它是不及物动词，有2种意思。第一个是躺下、倒下，那动词三态是不规则的，是 lie, lay, laying。好，那么第二种呢是用来表达说谎，它的动词三态是规则的 lie, lied, lied。那不管是哪一种用法，这个 lie 它的现在分词是 lying, L-Y-I-N-G。好，我们来造2个例句。He lied to his parents， 就是他对他爸妈说谎。The children lay on the ground and looked up at the sky。小朋友们躺在地上，仰望着天空。好，听到这里是不是觉得有点无聊，觉得不飒飒？这3种意思，这3个动词三态很容易混淆哎。这边就提供大家一些这个87记忆法、脑残记忆法。好，准备开始喽。Lay, laid, laid。听起来是很像累累的累的。当我们拿着很重的东西啊，或者是心里有个大石头，或者肩膀上有着重担的时候，就会累累的。所以你要把它放下来，对不对 ？Lay, laid, laid， 累累的累的，要表示把东西放下。好，第二个再来 ，lie, lied, lied， 听起来是不是像赖赖赖？说谎的人都会把自己的过错赖到别人身上，赖东赖西，不愿意承担，所以 lie, lied, lie， 赖赖赖就表示说谎。好，另外一组我有点没有梗了，可是你可以把 lie, lay, lay 把它想成一个人名叫赖蕾蕾，你把它当做民视3立本土剧里面悲情角色。赖蕾蕾，赖蕾蕾，她动不动就会哭倒在地上。志明，你现在安的对待我啊？所以赖蕾蕾，赖蕾蕾就是表示倒下、躺下，这样记得了吗？好，最后我们来学与过去事实相反的假设句。当假设情况跟过去事实相反的时候 ，if 子句里面的动词我们要用 had 加上过去分词。好，那它的句型是 if 主词 had 加上过去分词，逗号，主词加上 would、could 或是 might， 再加 have 加 pp 过去分词。好，例如 If Jack had studied, he might have passed the test。如果 Jack 之前有念书的话，他可能会通过考试。可是事实上 ，Jack 之前并没有念书，所以这个例句就是在假设跟过去事实相反的情况。好，以上是今天重点整理，我们下次见喽，拜拜。
教你用英文一开口就变好朋友的破冰实用句。嗨，欢迎来到就爱讲英文。我是 Holly。
Who are you? Hi, everybody. I'm Shane. Who are you?
我是 Holly。
Okay. Can you tell me more? Why are you so awkward?
好啊，我不知道怎么自我介绍啊，所以你刚刚教我一下。
Okay, I think we need to learn how to introduce yourself so you can make friends.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Okay.
And so we have 4 tips.
有4点是不是？
Yeah, 4 tips. Okay. Number 1, introduce yourself.
自我介绍。
Yeah, but don't be so weird. Like, I'm Holly. Try to act relaxed. Okay.
我刚很 relaxed 的。
Oh, really?
吧。
试试看。
所以nice to meet you.
Hey, good one. So easy, right? Okay, so a better one if you want to sound more advanced. I don't think we've met. I'm Shane.
所以这是进阶讲法。我们好像没有见过。我是 Holly.
Right? It sounds more confident, right?
那接下来讲什么？
Okay. Find something in common.
要找共通点。
Yeah, yeah.
为什么？
Well, so that you have something in common. Then you have something to talk about.
哦，
Right?
那可以怎么样说？
What brings you here? What brings you here?
什么带我到这里吗？
What brings you 就是你为什么在这里？ Right?
哦，为什么在这里 ？OK
Right?
OK。啊，还有什么呢
Like, okay, example, you're at the party, right?
？OK，我们在派对。
How do you know the host?
哦，你怎么知道那个主办者
对吧？你怎么认识 or something like that, right?
OK OK
Okay, okay. Another one. This is a really useful one.
OK。
Give a compliment.
哦，给人家赞美吗？
Yeah.
Oh, well, you have a nice shirt.
Thank you very much. That's a pretty pink t-shirt. So easy, right? So you could say, you know, that's a pretty purse. Where did you get it? You're a great dresser.
I'm a great dresser.
No. For example. For example. Okay? Fourth one, ask a question.
OK， 所以问问题
Yeah.
问什么问题？
Because you want to get to know them, right?
哦
Like, what do you do for a living?
哦，所以你工作做什么？还有你从哪里来呢？
Yeah, where are you from originally?
哦 OK
Right? So that's lots of different things so you can feel comfortable.
OK， 所以这4点学完之后，我觉得我更有自信啊。Let's try it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't we do live action?
OK.
All right, live
Yeah.
action. I don't think we've met. I'm Shane.
No, we haven't. Nice to meet you. I'm Holly.
So, how do you know the host?
Me and Tommy go back a long time. We were friends in high school.
Nice. I know Tommy from work. So, where are you from originally?
I'm from Taiwan. Have you been there before?
Nice. Yes, I have. I love Taiwan. Hey, we should totally exchange Facebook.
Tip 1. Introduce yourself.
I don't think we've met. I'm Shane. Nice to meet you.
Tip 2. Find something in common.
What brings you here? How do you know the host?
Tip 3. Give a compliment.
That's a pretty purse. Where did you get it? You're a great dresser.
Tip 4. Ask a question.
What do you do for a living? Where are you from originally?